Hey guys, I'm the Offbeat Picker and I'm a full-time reseller. And I wanted to start YouTube a while ago. So I've been documenting things since 2021 to make videos. So today I'm going to show you all the hats that I sold in 2021, which is 54 hats, and they sold for over $1,000. So hats are one of the things I love selling. My number one thing to sell is plush, and then toys and everything that has to do with toys. But my next runner up is hats because used hats sell, and people don't realize that. People just give them away at yard sales, and they're cheap at Goodwill and thrift stores because most people are like, ew, used hats. But used hats sell. I'm here to tell you that they sell very well. So I'm going to show you a little slideshow I put together of the 54 hats that I sold in 2021. So on this first slide, we have just some random assortment of hats that sold. And you can see I made a little list in the middle there of what they were. School hats. If you live near a college, you can find people donating their hats when they're done going to school and they don't want them anymore. And you list them online and you sell them to parents for the next school year. In the lower right hand corner, you see an MTSU hat that I sold for $20. I live in Middle Tennessee. My brother went to MTSU, and so I always picked up MTSU hats when I find them, always. Another kind of hat that sells is any kind of veteran hat. As you see here, I have a United States Navy hat, the yellow one. I got that at Goodwill for $2. And then we have the 86th Infantry Division hat, which I bought at an estate sale for $2. And you can see the Navy hat sold for 15, but that other hat sold for 30. So sometimes if you can find a vintage veteran hat, it can go for good money. Another kind of hat you want to look for is anything representing a type of cause. The small black hat you can see there is a support gun rights hat. And the hat to the left, the big pink one, is a floral hat that I got 90% off at the grocery store. And I actually sold four of them for $12 a piece. So anything that's a hat representing a cause, people want to wear their cause so people know what they care about. And the last thing you want to look for is basically anything vintage. This orange hat was beat up and kind of not great looking, but it sold for $12 because it's a vintage hat. So now I want you to prepare yourself because I'm going to pull the curtain back on something that no one likes to see. Yeah, that's right. It's math. So I just wanted to do a quick breakdown to kind of show you that hats can be worth money because I think sometimes people hear when something's $12 free shipping, they're like, you're not even making any money. But I really am. And it might not be a ton of money, but you beggars can't be choosers. And if you want to be a reseller, you have to sell what you can readily find available. And sometimes a $2 hat is the only thing you can find to sell. And you've got to list that $2 hat so that you can make your $4.45. So this is just a breakdown of the math. As you see, I put a $12 sold price and a $36 sold price example. And that's because my cheapest hat in 2021 was $12. And my most expensive hat that I sold in 2021 was $36. So if you take out the 10% eBay fee, the 2.9% processing fee, and the 30-cent order fee, and then I put for the shipping cost $3.50 because that's the average shipping cost that I pay per hat. And I put cost of item as $2.20 because that's the average amount that I pay for hats. You might get hats cheaper. If you go to a yard sale, you might pay $1. You might pay 50 cents. I buy my hats at Goodwill, and where I live, the hats are all $1.99. So I put $2.20 as my cost for the hats. And if you look at that, then the $12 hat, you end up making $4.45 profit. And a lot of people are like, I'm not going to sell something that doesn't make me $20. Okay, well, good luck finding a lot of stuff to list. We can't all be that blessed, but good luck to you. I list cheap things because I'm willing to make $4 and be happy about it. So if you sell a hat that you pay $2 for and you get $4.45 back, you've tripled your money. Why wouldn't you want to triple your money? If you sell a $36 hat and you take out the eBay fees and the shipping cost and the average cost of an item, you would make $25.36 profit. That's 12 times your original investment. So hats are definitely worth picking up. Don't look at used hats and think they're gross. Think they're money because that's what they are. They're money. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that. Nobody wants to look at that anymore. Math is awful. Okay, next we have winter hats. This is just an example of the different kinds of winter hats that will sell. You can see I have another MTSU hat because school hats sell. I had some Among Us hats that I actually found at a Dig Bin store. They sold for $12 a piece. Um, I got a Loki hat, a Zelda hat, because gamers and comic book people, they want to wear the things they love. So winter hats, people have to buy them and they're willing to look online and pay a little extra to get a specific one that they want to wear during the winter. So Carhartt, name brand, Knicks, anything sports fans. Winter hats are something you can sell too. Don't just look at your average baseball cap. Winter hats, beanies, toboggans, whatever you want to call them, they sell as well. Something else you want to think about when you're looking at hats is popular clothing brands. So these hats are all things that probably sold just because people like wearing that brand. The green and orange hat are both Speedo hats. I really wish I had held out for more money on them, but I kind of just wanted to make some money that day, and this person offered me $60 for both, and I only spent $4 to get the two hats, so I was willing to take that sell. So yeah, if you find anything neon and vintage and Speedo, it's probably worth more than that, but $30 for a hat ain't half bad. And then, of course, there's Abercrombie, Nautica, Mossy Oak, Under Armour. If you find a Nike, New Balance, any kind of major name brand on a hat, someone's probably willing to buy it. So always look at brand names on hats because there are those people that will only wear things if they're their favorite brand. Next we have hats that represent companies, car companies, hunting, weapon companies. I can't tell what that says because my thing's covering it up. Alcohol companies, that's what it says. But yeah, if you find a hat that represents a company that people love, car brands are great. BMW, Chevrolet, Ford, anything like that. People love to wear the things that tell people what they love. They want to tell people what they're into. They want to tell people what they prefer drinking by wearing a hat that represents their favorite whiskey. They want to wear a hat that represents their favorite rifle company. People want to wear things that show people what they love. So if you find a hat that's representing any kind of major company, chances are you can make some money there. Next, we have baseball hats. I mean, there's not much I can say about that. If you find a hat and it has a Major League Baseball tag inside of it, then chances are it's worth picking up and selling. As you can see, these hats sold anywhere from $13 to $25, depending on the team. If you don't know the team, just use Google Lens and look up the emblem and figure it out. That's all you have to do. If it says Major League Baseball on it, it says MLB, it has the little tag inside, so you know it's authentic, you know it's a real legit team. It's worth figuring out what it is so you can sell it and make some money. On the same end of that, there's also basketball. If you see a hat and it says NBA, you know it's actual basketball merchandise. You don't know the team, Google Lens is your friend. It will tell you what the team is. You figure out how to sell it by putting that in your title, and you make money. Basketball hats, baseball hats, always a good thing to pick up. And of course, you can't forget football. Football is probably one of the most majorly popular sports, and football merchandise sells. People love it. You can sell plush, you can sell cups, you can sell hats, you can sell coats, shirts, jerseys. anything sports merchandise, but especially football merchandise sells. As you can see, most of mine are Tennessee hats because I live in Tennessee, so most of the stuff I find is from people that bought Tennessee stuff. I did sell one Florida State hat, but all the rest were Tennessee. But as you can see, they go for pretty good money, from $12 up to $36. So football hats, definitely something you want to look up. If it says NFL, look it up. Just because you don't like football doesn't mean you can't make money off of football. The last kind of sports that you probably never think of, golf and hockey. I have been really surprised by the amount of hockey stuff that I have sold since I became a reseller. I once again, I'm in Tennessee, so Nashville Predators. I find hats and sunglasses and shirts, all kinds of things all the time at Goodwill. And they sell really well. They have a really good fan base. So if you find hockey, NHL, any merchandise, Google Lens it, figure out the team, sell it. You're going to make money. And on the other side of that, golf. Even though it's not like a team sport, you're not looking for any kind of team. You're just looking for hats that say they're for golf. You're looking for shirts that say they're for golf. Look for things that people use when golfing, because the people that are dedicated to the sport of golf are dedicated, and they will pay extra for golf hats and golf shirts and golf everything. So as you can see, these hats sold for $20 to $35. So just because it's not your cup of tea doesn't mean you can't profit off of it. Next, we have popular characters. That's basically a given. If you see something and it's a popular character, it's got a big fan base. People are going to buy it. You're probably going to want to pick it up. I will say that if it's Disney, you'll probably want to be a little more wary about picking it up, because if it says Disney Parks or Walt Disney Parks or something like that, then you know it's from a theme park and it's a souvenir and it's worth picking up. But if it just says something like Mickey Mouse for the brand or Star Wars as the brand, then it's probably actually from Walmart. So unless it's really nice, you might not want to pick that up. So that is one thing you want to think about. As you can see, I did sell some Disney hats that I show here. And the Nightmare Before Christmas hat had Mickey Mouse ears. If you can find hats with ears, they're going to sell for good money. People love the Mickey Mouse ears and the Minnie Mouse ears. So you should probably always pick those up. I got a Cookie Monster hat here. So anything Sesame Street, people love that nostalgia. We have the Banana cat. There's, what can I say? Domo. These are just characters that people love. And if you can get a hat with the character on it someone loves, they're going to want to wear it because they want people to come up to them and go, I love that too. And they can go, yay, friend. That's the kind of thing people do. People just like wearing the things that they love. They want to be able to show the world what they love, not just on their shirt, but on their hat. And so if you find characters on a hat, buy it. And not just popular characters like this, but also superheroes and video game characters. And of course, villains, if you have any of those. Here we just have a Yoshi hat, a Superman hat, a Mario hat, and a Batman hat. So comic book characters, game characters, anything you find with that kind of stuff is probably worth picking up. But once again, be wary, because just like with the Disney, some of these are just from Walmart. So you do want to be a little picky about which ones you pick up. This Yoshi hat actually was from Walmart, but I bought it directly from Walmart, so I knew it was from there. But I actually got it for $1. So it was cheaper than the used hats I get at Goodwill. So Walmart stuff will sell. I'm not saying don't get Walmart stuff, but just be a little more picky about things that don't say they're from a theme park or have a name brand, because if they're a Walmart common thing, you might go to list it and there might be 100 already listed, and you might end up throwing that right in the yard sale pile or in the redonate pile. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video to show you all of the hats that I sold in 2021 because I did document all that information because I planned on starting YouTube back then, and life happens, and then one day you wake up and it's been a couple years and you still haven't done the things you planned on doing. So I already had the information. I figured I'd share it. I hope I inspire some of you to try selling hats if you don't already, or maybe I inspire you to buy some more hats, buy some hats you hadn't ever thought of before. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe and come back next time because I'm probably going to talk about more hats and toys. Always toys. Either way, bye guys.